Negotiators for the upper and lower Colorado Basin states, they're urging the Department of Interior to review proposals for water allocation among the states, including Nevada. Under the Biden administration, negotiators submitted competing plans for operational agreements and water allocations for the Colorado River, including the future of Lake Powell. So those plans are set to expire at the end of 2026, so a new agreement is needed. What are the operational agreements and water allocations being proposed by the upper and lower basin states? And what changes could we expect when it comes to water use here in the Las Vegas Valley? Well, to break it all down for us, we have Matthew Hoffmann with Battle-Born Injury Lawyers. Matthew, thank you for joining us as always. A lot of moving parts to this one. So can you break it down for us?
Yeah, and so many states involved and big farm interests in some of the states, and obviously our interest as a city. You got to go back to when this all started in 1922, the big agreement for the Colorado River. You have the upper basin states, lower basin states, and Mexico. That's your three big players. And the upper basin states get 7.5 million acre feet. That's Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Wyoming. And then the lower basin states get 7.5 million acre feet, California, Arizona, and Nevada. And then Mexico gets 1.5 million acre feet. That's a total of 16.5 million acre feet from the Colorado River every year. Problem is, the Colorado River only produces 14 million on a good year.
Wow. So
it's a 2.5 million acre foot deficit every year for the last 100 years. And then in dry years, it's 12 million acre feet it produces. That's a 4.5 million.
Right.
I mean, big deficits are being run. And in the lower basin states, we have Lake Mead, Lake Powell, we can pull and we can run a deficit. Whereas the upper basin states, if it's a drier year, they just don't get their allocation because they're 100% dependent on snowmelt. So where the fight is really coming is Lake Powell. The lower basin states have come in and said, look, drain Lake Powell. Take down Glen Canyon Dam. It's outdated, it's antiquated. Even when we need more water, it can't be open enough to release the water we need. Or conversely, fix it so that you can release more water. Well, the cost to fix it is extraordinarily expensive.
Yeah.
Whereas the upper basin states, especially Utah, are saying, look, that's the only reservoir we really have, and we don't want to do that. So they put these proposals in 2024 under the Biden administration, and they really didn't go anywhere. It's just kind of a mess. But there was a short-term agreement where Nevada took a 7% cut, California took a 7% cut, Arizona took an 18% cut. And now they're reaching out to the Department of the Interior, Doug Burgum, and the Trump administration saying, let's get this going because we got till 2026. Let's see what we can come to.
And you believe that we are in a great spot because of Trump's affiliation with some people who live here.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is about as good of a shot as we're ever going to get more water. If you look at the Adelson family is here, you have people like Ahern Rentals, you have Dana White. Just the UFC fight this weekend, you had Kash Patel with the FBI announcing that this partnership with UFC to train officers. You had Mel Gibson, the director and actor, sitting next to Kash Patel saying he wants to see Las Vegas become the new Hollywood and big budget films. The only way that happens is with more water. And I don't think there's any love lost between the Trump administration and California and some of their waste of water. And so I think we could see a new reallocation where Nevada, at a minimum, keeps its current allocation while others lose, and possibly we see Nevada go up. Possibly we get more water, because if there's one state that deserves it, it's us. We recycle, we don't even, we're like a net zero compared to the other states, and we've led the charge in that. So we'll see. A lot of states with a lot of interest and a lot of money, but this is about as good a position as we could ever be in, and something's got to give.
Yeah, and if we get more, what happens to those other states?
Well, they just have to start using less water. And you look at California, well, why don't they do more desalination? Well, because they don't have to, right? Why don't they do a better job of storing water from snowmelt? We saw that with the Palisades fire, a lot of criticism, because they don't have to. They can pull 4.5 million acre feet out of Lake Mead every year to subsidize farming and water needs. If all of a sudden they only have 3 million acre feet, I guess that's motivation to go find more water. And I think that's going to be the attitude that's going to come into this. You have the availability, Nevada doesn't. Where are we going to get our water? We have nowhere else to get it. You do. And I think that's kind of where the argument's going to go. And I think it's going to be a fight.
Okay, well, time will tell. Thank you so much, as always, for breaking down the law for us.